Hello, I hope this video finds you well, and welcome to my first real video. Today I want to talk about a game called Dead by Daylight and a character known as the Huntress. If you don't know how Dead by Daylight works, don't worry, I'll try my best to explain. Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical horror game where 4 survivors are put up against 1 killer. The objective for the 4 survivors is to complete 5 generators and escape with as many of them left as possible. The killer's objective is to kill as many of them as possible before they all escape using sacrificial hooks around the map. In this video, I will be going over how well balanced the Huntress is, the survivor-killer interaction, and why she is balanced in theory, but isn't balanced in practice. The Huntress is a pretty basic killer with a very easy to understand power. When she holds down mouse 2, she starts readying a hatchet, and after a couple of seconds or so, the hatchet is fully charged with a metallic sound to alert both the Huntress and the survivor. Once she lets go of mouse 2, at any time when she pulls it out, it will travel a certain distance based on how long she held it for. This power has earned Huntress a spot amongst some of the strongest killers in the game, and it's for good reason. In order to balance this power out, she is one of the slowest killers in the game, as she only moves at 110% movement speed, compared to most of the other killers who move at 115% of movement speed. Due to her lack of speed, her power really shines in chases. The previously mentioned interaction killers and survivors have, and this is because her power is one of the very few in the game who can downright ignore the survivors' defenses, which are pallets and windows. You may ask, well, if she's perfectly balanced, then how can she just counter the survivors' only defenses? And that's the reason. Since she can counter the survivors' only defenses, the survivors can counter her counters, effectively making her chases an elaborate, fun, yet gruesome game of rock, paper, scissors. So now with this new info, there's about 4 things that can happen during a chase around the pallet, and about 2 or 3 for a window. Here's what the survivors' counterplate or the Huntress' counterplate looks like. So, I must have convinced you that Huntress is the perfect killer in the game, right? Well, unfortunately, that's not the case. You see, especially current Dead by Daylight, her hatchet hitboxes are the size of trucks, so the counterplay doesn't really work as it should. Currently, this is a massive problem for all killers, but Huntress has had the most consistent hitbox problems for a while now, which is really unfortunate because I believe she is one of the coolest in the entire game, design and gameplay-wise. Unless the developers at Behavior figure out a way to make a better server system for hitboxes and such, Huntress will continue to be one of the most inconsistent killers hitbox-wise.